Chief's office.
Second.
Most probably moved and seconded, item 9 be postponed. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Unanimous. Item 10, discuss, consider, and take action on the RFP form policy. Councilman Jones?
I postpone, I move to postpone item agenda 10 to the next city council meeting.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded that item 10 be postponed to the next council meeting. You've heard the motion, ready for the questions?
Question.
All those in
I have
favor?
like-
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I would like to amend that to say 10 and 11 be postponed to the next meeting.
Okay. Friendly amendment second?
That's it.
Okay. So it's been properly moved and seconded and amended that item 10 and 11 be postponed to the next agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed have the same right? Ayes have it, unanimous. Item 12, discuss, consider, and take action on the census task force. Councilman Rowland.
I move that we postpone this till November 12th. We wanted to wait until after the elections to start talking about the census.
Okay.
So if we would move that to our city council meeting on November 12th.
So, okay. It's been properly moved and seconded that item 12 be postponed till November 12th.
Yep.
You've heard the motion, ready for the question?
Question.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, any? No, unanimous. Item 13, discuss, consider, and take action on adopting permits and development process for residential services and checklists. Councilman Rowland.
Briefly, I sent everybody a copy of the residential checklist from Bureau Veritas. I will ask that we move this to the next agenda item, but everybody should have a copy. Again, similar to what we talked about on the commercial side, we're adopting the residential. We want to get the logos changed and then be able to move forward. But I sent it to everybody, so hopefully everybody get an opportunity to review it, and we can vote on the next city council meeting. So I move that we move this to the next agenda, city council agenda.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded, and that was a double second, Ms. Johnson, Councilman Jones and Councilman Randall, for your records. That this be item 13 be postponed to the next city council meeting. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item 14, discussion update on HGSC, Waller County Transportation Plan, key projects. Just in wanting to keep the public and council specifically, the mobility plan as far as the city of Prairie goes covers James Muse Parkway, particularly from, it covers James Muse Parkway, it covers Owens Road from James Muse Parkway to University Drive. It covers FM 1098 at Minor Street and FM 1098 at Wyatt Chapel Road. They also, for the record, list Cameron Road, which is the bridge on the north side or the back side of the university that has come before us, but that's now listed in the mobility plan, and that's just a FYI. New business.
So that was for informational?
It's already been done. Those streets are listed in the 0 to 5 year frame.
Now with
They're
that,
finished with that.
that's the HVAC plan that you're broken off to be a Prairie. I think council have asked that we identify and establish our own list of streets and own mobility plan. Do you know where are we at with that?
No, but if you want to chair that such a project, it's open.
I would share it, but we need to, you said, I feel like we need to wait till we have the city engineer to share it. Before we develop that plan, I think it requires the city engineer to ride it up. I don't have, I brought it up once before, so, yeah, I think that's part of the job to see.
Do we kind of need to put that on,
Not the next one, that's something that needs to come up after.
okay, so we'll hold off on the problem. Next, this is Councilwoman Williams.
I wanted to make sure you have the travel policy for the next meeting, and also I want to put on there of us talking about annexing the people behind Pool Street and Broad Meadow. These are people that we supply water and sewage to. So I just want to see, if that's possible, or
What's the how do you know?
And that's Briar Meadow, that general area we're talking about.
Area.
So we supply them water, and then, the residents behind, Pool Street are in the county, but we supply water to it.
Okay.
So we've already, moved with 4 or 5 items from this agenda to the next agenda. We had the discussion about the length of the meetings. So, I mean, just to touch on that really quick, when we decided to go to a 2-meeting-a-month system, the purpose of that was for us to be presenting information in the first meeting of the month and then take action on the same information in the second meeting. But it's never materialized to that point. That was before you were the mayor, and when we talked about trying to save money, I think if we were to start,
Try to implement that?
I mean, that was the purpose. When we went from 1 meeting to 2 meetings, it was because our meetings were all very long, and so we decided, hey, if we go to a second meeting a month, then we would limit the discussion in the second meeting, and it would just be an action meeting. We would get all our discussion in the first meeting because that was the information. We would have all the information present, and then we could take that information. We have 2 weeks to process it, and then in the following meeting, we could just take action and vote things up and down. That's I'm just putting that out there for informational purposes because I have a couple of agenda items, but I don't want to be here till midnight because we have a lot of agenda items. So I want to move that the items that were omitted.
Carried over?
Yeah,
Postponed?
well, you have
You talking about the meeting
from the
minutes?
last meeting. The items that we've already voted for the ones on this agenda. So there were what,
There
4?
was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So those 5. Can you give me the numbers?
Actually, I'll do 4. I'll take off my 3, but 1 is 1.
You can just give me the numbers from
Yeah,
from the
1,
meetings.
9, 10, and 11.
So item 1, 9, 10, and 11 from the meeting minutes be carried over. And then,
You have 4 from today.
then the ones from today, we've already moved that they be, so we don't have to do that again. So then I have, my first one that I would like on there is the RFP for city treasurer, RFP for city secretary, discuss and take action on the development of a grass cutting ditch cleaning schedule. Ms. Rollins here in the audience today, and we talked, and she would like to come and do a presentation just to talk about the Prairie Hills subdivision.
And what we've been working on.
Yeah, so just a presentation from Ms. Rollins from Ms. Rollins and Prairie Hills Homeowners Association.
Well, it's not an association, it's just the residents.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
Prairie Hill subdivision.
subdivision residents, yes.
So yeah, that's my 4. RFP for city treasurer, RFP city secretary, discuss and take action on the grass cutting and ditch digging schedule, and then the presentation from the president.
I have one suggestion that might help us, continue to move. If the mover of an issue, if you make your motion, then we discuss it, vote it up or down and move. We have a lot of discussion and there's no motion on the floor. And then it's almost like trying to convince back and forth. But if we put the motion on per Robert's rules, there shouldn't be a lot of discussion without a motion on the floor. So if we put the motion on the floor, that would line with what Councilman Jones was saying and what we're all saying about meetings. And then at some point, and it's one of you calling for the questions after it's been deliberated within the 5-10 minutes or whatever it is, but it would just organize the meeting. And that's what I think we'd all like to get to.
I agree, but I think the issue with that is a lot of the information that's necessary for us to make informed decisions, we don't receive until the day of meeting. So that's why we have to have discussions or extended discussion, because a lot of the information we're seeing for the first time, so we have to process it, then we have to ask the questions that we have, and then it turns into a long drawn out conversation just because it's our first time seeing information.
And I agree with you. If it comes to you and it's not in your Friday packet, let's table it and move it to the next thing, because
Well,
we're
that's-
discussing, people are reading, and like you said, they don't have
What you could do
information.
is, also if it's clear from the discussion, you just put it on the table, lay it on the table, and that's a majority vote, that just puts it aside, and then you can, at the next meeting, you can take it off the table, assuming you post it, you can pick it up and deal with it then. But you at least gets
After
it,
people have had a chance to review the information.
right, but that's at least
That's
keeps it in
all
a parliamentary process, and it keeps the motion alive, so someone can then call the question, and if the question, in terms of priority, laying it on the table really stops debate and moves you on.
I had workshop agenda, the workshop, do I just want to get dates from him and send them out? Or how
Yes.
do we want to schedule a date and give it to him?
Get dates from him, get several dates from him, and then send them out.
And what you can do to make sure it goes out, if you BCC all of us, it doesn't have to come to me and then I have to send it out, that way it still goes out.
Just to prevent a rolling form, I think he should send it to you and me.
No, if
What
he
about the
BCCs,
BCC?
if he
Individual.
BCCs, yeah, we don't have.
One of the things is, we're gonna make sure,
Hold up.
some of these things we're asking and we're requiring, we're asking the mayor and the administration to do certain things. And so we don't wanna come to the meeting and have where things aren't available. So I think if like we ask for some information that needs to come from the administration, that we be able to get the information or access it to be able to be prepared during the presentation. I think that'll also help, because again, a lot of this is like, you know, information that comes from the administration, so.
Well, and I'm all with you. What I want you all to really take a look at is in trying to get the entrance exit at Richards Road, in dealing with the permits throughout the city, and going out every time there's a water or sewer main, even to 1:30 in the morning. I just need y'all to understand, a lot is not gonna happen in 2 weeks. It's not. I've never lied to you, and I'm not lying to you now. So if you don't understand, I'm trying to share with you, these are the things I'm out there doing. I'm trying to get grants. We've got grants in there. I'm the only one trying to get free money in here. So I'm doing these things because they need to be done. And some of the stuff that y'all want, while important, it's, when you say mayor and administration, all you're saying is mayor. It's the same thing. So I'm just sharing with you, if there's like a street cycle, all that, step up. I'm all for it. The guys don't mind, you know, you coming up with a plan. I just can't come up with all your plans. That's what I'm trying to say while I'm trying to run the city and dealing with every person coming in here who's got a water sewer issue.
Mr. Mayor, we
Yes.
had a mayor who was not paid before. You're paid to operate in this capacity. We are trying to give you the support you need with the other additional employees that are missing to be able to facilitate. The mayor of the city should be formulating plans, operationalizing policies that city council comes up with. All the other things you choose to do got done before. We've gotten grants in the city before, the same grants you're renewing. And so I would hope that moving forward, that I simply just asked, and you have to come back. I simply am saying that we work together to be provided the information from the administration. If we're gonna do a permit list, I gotta get the permit list from somebody. If we're gonna do a street list, we gotta get a basic list before we can put it together. And that you and the staff help us to be able to make that possible, so we can together, the list that we create is not a city council list, it's not a councilman Rowland list, it's the city list.
Well, while what you're saying sounds good, a lot of the stuff that we're doing has not been done in your entire 8 years on the council.
Okay.
So, when you're talking about prior things, you talked about the deficit in public works like it was recent, and Mr. Johnson told you had a six-figure public works deficit, but you were saying in the last 2 years.
We still have new
Mr. Mayor,
business.
Dante.
So with, as you stated earlier about these inspection reports, can we have, because there's a scanner in the municipal courts, that is functional. So can we have one of them, scan these and send it to us?
Judge is out, and she has her folks busy, and I don't cross over no more than I do with the chief of police. But they may be able to scan it from this one. I know the copier doesn't work, but the scanning portion for emailing might. All I'm telling you is I'm being honest. I don't know, and then in 2 weeks you say I said. So I'm just being honest with you. The machine is broke. Ms. Durham confirmed that.
Okay, and, all right, so I'll just get back and then we'll come back up and confirm, but, are these all the inspection reports?
No, those are the ones that I received over the weekend. The ones that I shared with you 2 weeks ago are in addition to those.
Yeah, because a lot of these don't have the ones that were shared in the executive session.
Well, that's what I just said. No problem.
Dante, we're gonna come back up.
Dante,
Got new business?
what do you need?
I moved that we're
Huh?
trying to do.
What do you need?
Second.
That's just very, very
Done.
Take them all.
Mr. Mayor, you have the, travel.
Can I take